Welcome back. This is Michael Perkins with another episode. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments, all the views, all the subscribers. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. So if you saw the thumbnail, you saw in a sort of cut out the girl. You have a young boy who was in a video from a Sukihana. In this video, there's a lot of really inappropriate things that are going on, but one of the most notable things is that this young lady, Sukihana, is twerking with a baby in her hand, looks to be a little girl, and she's also twerking on a little boy who can't be no older than 8 years old. And I saw some of the outrage on Twitter about it. I mean, I think that most of it was the misrepresentation of black women. I can't believe this is the most ghetto thing in the world. You know, some people actually said something about the fact that she's twerking on a 7, or 8-year-old little boy. And I think that that's one of the major things that needs to be addressed. I said, enough. I don't know if I got it from somewhere, if I heard it before, but black boys are the least protected sector of America. Black boys are without agency, even sometimes from black men, and it's criminal. What she did was criminal. At best it was criminal. Sexually assaulting a boy. I mean, there's no world where I think that could happen the other way. Whereas some, 20-year-old, or I don't know how old she is, but let's just assume some 20-year-old man could be doing anything sexually suggestive to a 7 or 8-year-old girl on camera. And even, I would almost think and live to tell about it, or live the next day. Somebody would harm that guy. Certainly criminal charges would be pressed. And I think that what we do is that even for some of the outrage in that situation, I think that it's really like, look, I don't want to say something that's fake, but I feel like it's fake, and I say feel, right? I try to stay away from feel, but I think it's fake. I think that most people don't view black boys as boys. I think that what we view them as, I don't think we view them as boys. I think that what we view them as is people. We give them grand responsibility and make them have to kind of shoulder things that are not age appropriate, like a sexual assault on camera. I don't know whose mom that is. So who's his mom? But that whoever his mom is, and hopefully the girl Suki is not his mom, but whoever's kid that is, they don't need to have a kid, because you willingly let somebody sexually assault your son on camera. Sexual assault is, by any measure for a kid, is really just, it's unnecessary. It's just unacceptable. And what happens in those situations is that the little boys are always assumed to have wanted it. Oh, you had a girl twerking on you. You must have, we could never say that the other way. And this is a little boy who doesn't probably know up from down, left from right in this situation. I can't imagine that he's had, sexual experiences that, rival, or, what was going on, and are equivalent or close to what's going on in that video. He's a kid. Let's assume he's a kid. An 8-year-old at best, probably. And all we have is some Twitter stuff that is looking at it as opposed to it being, what it should be, which is a national call to kind of like stop this kind of nonsense. because it doesn't work the other way. Little black boys are super unprotected. And a lot of guys, their sexual experiences, when you kind of track their sexual experiences, a lot of these celebrities, even, because I saw a whole clip, and I'll try to find it and put it in the description. We have a whole celebrity like thing, whereas their first sexual experiences were with older black women. And it's a thing that we just don't talk about. Now, look, if it happens the other way, it's horrible. I understand that. It is horrible. But it's just as horrible for little boys to be subjected to sexual abuse or molestation. And even worse, that they don't have agency. Or, this is the thing that I would say. They so don't have agency that they don't even feel like people would care. You see a lot of them, and most notably Charlamagne the God and not Mike Epps, but D-Ray Davis. Most notably, those two laughed at it. They made jokes about it, and they were kids. They don't really, again, you don't know up from down, left from right, really, with regards to sex. You're just experiencing it, and to be sexually molested or abused or assaulted in that way, and to not even think people care, to the point where you're almost convincing yourself that, yeah, I must have wanted it on some level. That's sad. That's a sad state of affairs. And again, black boys least protected, and we need to protect our black boys. I'm not saying don't protect nobody else, but we certainly are dropping the ball on protecting black boys. And they should not have to shoulder such a responsibility at a young age to kind of deal with, this kind of behavior from adults. Whoever the mother of that little boy is, hopefully it's not that girl, or I guess I hope it is, because that'd be the best case scenario if that actually is her son. Because if it's somebody else's son, then there's two people who are kind of, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't none but women there, so I imagine the mama was somewhere. That's just a bad deal, So, in closing, just, we got to do better at protecting our boys. They deserve a little bit more than that. But I'm going to get on out of here. Again, thank you for all the love, all the comments, all the subscribes, and that. And we're going to keep trying to kick these things out. It's Mike Perkins, out.